Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your general tarot tune-in. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is Tarot with Netta. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node in the sign of Sagittarius. If you're new here, like, comment, subscribe, and if the reading doesn't resonate with you, just check out your other placements. Okay, my dear Sagittarius, so it's been a minute. Let's choose one card from the Moonology Oracle deck just to ground your reading, and then we'll go into the tarot. Yeah, I'm curious what's been going on with my dear Sag babies. What do you need to release, Sagittarius? Yeah, you could be going through a purging, a period of releasing, purging, maybe some kind of like breakup, cutting some like energetic ties that are no longer serving you, leaving an environment that might be toxic. Okay, let's go into your challenge position, what's coming towards you, and your advice. Wow. Okay, so in your challenge position, wow. Okay, so you're showing up in your reading as the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius. Usually I see this card as like a player card, like very flighty, very flirty, very fun, but temporary. Some type of energy that likes to kind of like move in and out of like people's lives and experiences for the sake of gaining wisdom and knowledge. But when it's going unchecked, it can be very flaky and kind of like breaking people's hearts. So yeah, the player card. But yeah, you're releasing something, and this is falling into your challenge position. So this could be like a wake-up call. It could also be that like you've gotten played recently, like somebody did this to you, like your mirror. It could even be somebody who you described as like your twin flame, some type of karmic partner. Yeah, where it was like a mirror, like somebody who mirrored back to you some characteristics of you, you know, and it could have started off very like passionate, fun, emotionally fulfilling, but now in the challenge position with this like Ace of Cups and Six of Wands, you're like, where's my joy? Where's my emotional fulfillment? Where's my happiness? You could be dealing with some kind of like confusion or heartbreak. So yeah, you may be like you're releasing emotions. You're kind of just being let down by this experience. All right, Sagittarius, let's go. Okay, what's coming towards you? You've got the Tower and the Judgment. So the Tower is at the center of your spread, and then right after the Tower, we've got the Judgment. These are two major arcanas, very big energy, faded energy. Preceded by the Page of Pentacles. It could have been like something small, like that triggered this fallout. It could be like finding out either some information or finding like a physical thing that led you to some type of truth with the Judgment. You could be dealing with a Scorpio with the Tower here, but essentially there's a big breakdown in order to make way for a rebuilding. Yeah, you're really going through it. You're really releasing. It's like very clear. This is not an easy energy to deal with. You know, sometimes as tarot readers, we like to sugarcoat the Tower because it doesn't always have to be intense. But I'm seeing for you right now that this is an intense energy, especially going into June, like late May, June, depending when you come across this reading. But if you find yourself watching this video during Gemini season, which is like mid-spring, early summer, we just passed Sagittarius full moon, so it could be something yeah, in line with that full moon in Sagittarius that you're just like can have like some type of awakening even. I know there's like calendars that say like people go through certain types of awakenings when the full moon is in their sign. Don't quote me on this, but yeah, it's something to do with like the alignment of this reading. There's a synchronicity involved too, like you might be seeing like repeating numbers or like coming across like things that you've dreamt about, like that are coming to fruition in your day-to-day world, where it's like really making you see the situation. It's not something that you can just hide underneath the surface. Yeah, it could be like, I don't know, I'm getting like somebody, there's like a suspicion of like infidelity, cheating, and you come across like some type of information, like a text message or something on social media that's making you come to your senses, like you're being presented with the truth, and it's going to be very uneasy, like very kind of like traumatic even, you know, and it's not going to feel nice, and it's going to lead to some type of argument, some type of like breakdown. But it's a moment of releasing. Yeah, you're releasing big energy right now, especially if this is during the Sagittarius full moon. You're making way for something new, and the truth will set you free. Like the truth isn't easy, but like once you've processed a portion of truth, like that weight starts to lift and you can finally start to sleep at night. You might be having like sleepless nights, like where your intuition is just nudging something at you, some type of information that you're just not really looking at. It's right under your nose, but like you're almost like choosing not to see it until it's like presented to you with physical, cold, hard facts. Okay, let's see your advice. Your advice is beautiful here. Focus on your long-term goals, dreams, plans. You know, you've got the Three of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. This is beautiful energy here. This is like being surrounded by friends, like your sisterhood, your brotherhood, that support network of your people that you don't really have to explain yourself to. You can just be at ease, where you don't have to worry about being judged for like being your goofy self, talking about your interests. The Ten of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles, you're going to be financially supported, stable, and set. Like things will start to equalize once you release energy that is not serving you. So once this Tower moment passes and you are living more in alignment with your truth, that you'll see that like the friendships will start flowing in, the money will start flowing in, the abundance, even balance. Like I feel like you're going to have like all this like money, coins coming in, where you will be able to help others, give back to others. You could be dealing with a situation where, you know, maybe you've had some like trauma in a relationship, and, you know, once you start healing and move into a position of giving back, you're going to help others who might have been where you were at one point. Yeah, so I feel like you have these like big dreams and you're playing small right now, and yeah, you need to let it go. You need to like come back to like who you are. And I feel like this Tower moment is going to do that. It's not going to feel pleasant, but once it's past, you're going to feel clear, and you're going to like, not that you don't know who you are. I feel like you have a very strong spiritual connection to yourself. But you know, sometimes we get diverted, like we go on side quests and like little, you know, life starts to happen and we move in like directions that are a little bit off our path. But I feel that you're one of those people that is like very focused and very able and capable of fulfilling what you set your mind to. And this little like distraction that you had with this like karmic, the player, you know, it was just another lesson for you. Okay, Shiva. You might be dealing with a Libra. Libra just got this in their reading as well. Okay, so this is one card from the Yogic Path Oracle deck, just to close off your reading. Yeah. Let's see, a lot of transformation. Okay, so God of Destruction and Rebirth. You are truly on a yogic path. Shiva is referred to as Adi Yogi, the first yogi ever. He attained enlightenment and abandoned himself in an ecstatic dance atop the Himalayas. When his ecstasy went beyond movement, he became utterly still. People could not understand his switch between ecstatic movement and stillness and thought him mad. However, 7 students wanted to learn how he was moving past physical limitations. This is how he began teaching yoga. Shiva planted the seed of yoga into the human mind. Pulling Shiva represents moving past the limitations from your society, body, mind, or ego. It represents doing the inner work to evolve. It is also a call to service, to teach others your wisdom so they too can become liberated. Yeah, you could have a very strong calling to, you know, teach others. It could be yoga, it could be some form of like spirituality, walking down a spiritual path. And, you know, after this little side quest comes to a close and you're back on your path, you're going to come back into that, like, the teacher, like being the teacher, showing others the way. I feel like you've already done so much work on yourself, but you just had like a human experience, a moment, and you know, now you have to kind of like process it and let it go, release it, and then come back to your path. And then once like you're on your path, like living your purpose, living in your truth, you will pull those relationships that are meant to be in your life, that are serving you, that are not going to create so much challenge and like disruption in your energetic field. Yeah, so okay, my dear Sagittarius, let me know if it resonated, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.